Hey guys, it's Mike from the Bcast here, and I have been thinking about doing a video series for a couple of weeks now. I am a bit of a ridiculous person, as much as I go to the discount movie stores about once a week, so this is where I stock up on all the weird crap that I talk about on the podcast, and I'm going to go through the things that I got my hands on today. I've hit 2 disc replays, this one by my work and one closer to my house. This is pretty much what I do. First one I've got here is Big Man Japan. Now, I've not heard of this movie before. I've never seen it. I don't know if it's any good, but it's a magnet release. And I like those movies a lot of times. They put out stuff like Tucker and Dale versus the Evil, and they put out, I think they put out John Dies at the End, VHS 2, that kind of stuff. Some of them are good, some of them aren't, but, you know, I'm just giving it a chance here. This one, it's got an amazing cover. It's got a Japanese guy with what looks like a ruler, but I'm guessing it's some kind of weapon, with kind of a racer head, stuck-up hair. And if you look at the back, you see, like, this giant squid creature, and this, like, creepy-looking baby, and, like, you know, building tall freaking Japanese people, and just all kinds of crazy Japanese Godzilla type stuff. Now, I think that, you know, I just think it looks good. I like crazy Japanese stuff, and we'll see if it's any good. Next here I have Halloween H2O. I am kind of a collector when it comes to the classic slasher movies. I've been recently going through all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I have the Friday the 13th collection. I have a lot of them, and I have the first 6 Halloween movies on DVD, and now this is 7, I believe. And basically, I saw this one in theaters and haven't watched it again since. It's not a bad movie. You know, it's Michael Myers. It's not, you know, it's one of the newer ones. They're obviously better in the 80s. That's how I feel anyways. So, I don't know, picked it up just to complete the collection. Well, get close to completing the collection anyways. So there's that. Then there is the Weird Science High School Reunion collection. Now, this movie is pretty much just a classic. If you haven't seen it before, you really ought to, and obviously we've done an episode on it already. I didn't own it yet, so I picked it up. Now I do. And here we are with a Teen Wolf 2-pack. Now, I've seen the Teen Wolf a million times, but, you know, it's one of those cool things to have. Teen Wolf 2 I have not seen, but I've got it now so I can watch it. This is more fun, campy 80s fare, and it's worth checking out, you know? So I've got those now. Next up, I have Martyrs. I haven't seen this one yet, but it is, I've heard, quite an amazing film. It's supposed to be, like, very disturbing, lots of stuff like that. I had a copy of it, didn't have subtitles. This is French. I can't speak French, so I need the subtitles. So, I got this one, and I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm sure I will discuss it on an upcoming podcast. There's that. Now, I got Logans Run. Now, this is one of those movies where it's an old school sci-fi something or other. I believe it revolves around people, like a society where they kind of kill their old people or whatever. I don't know 100%, but it's one of those kind of sci-fi movies that I feel like I should have seen by now, and I haven't, but came across it, so now I own it, and I plan on watching it. So there's that. That is one store's haul. Right here behind me, I have the next one. First of all, I've got a movie called Darkness. I know very little about this movie, except I keep seeing it again. It's has Anna Paquin playing some girl who's getting tortured. I honestly have no clue what this movie's about, but it has shown up on a couple of, like, highly recommended horror movie list. I'm a sucker for, a good horror movie, and if it's being recommended by somebody, then I'll check it out. Once again, the theory is these movies all cost around $2-3, so I pick them up, and I watch them when I get a chance, and that's that. Next up is Grosse Pointe Blank. Now, this, I don't know if you could call this B. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's I think it's 80s, maybe it's 90s. Well, whatever it is a John Cusack movie where he plays a hitman. I'm a big John Cusack fan in general. And I saw this one once. My sister brought it over, and we watched it, and I liked it. And so I saw it, picked it up. Next up, we have Dreamscape. I know nothing about this movie, but if you look at this cover, you will see that it is epic as hell. These are some pretty crazy 80s type actors. As a matter of fact, I believe this main guy is the guy from Inner Space. I can't remember if he's the guy that is inside the other guy or if he's the other guy, but I know that's not really being very descriptive or whatever, but the cover art's amazing, and it looks like it's a crazy 80s action film, and those are always fun. I love everything. Well, not everything, but I love most things from the 80s. Next is Hedwig and the Angry Itch. Yeah, Itch. I don't know a lot about this movie. I think it has something to do with a cross-dresser, singing, whatever. This is directed by John Cameron Mitchell, who has directed other things that I like. I'm not sure what they are off the top of my head, but I have this internal list of all these movies that I'm supposed to watch, and so I remember once upon a time researching this one and wanting to see it, and got it now, so that's fun. Next we have Silence of the Lambs. This one's a classic. Mostly I was thinking about it earlier today because I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about the new Maniac. And as you may know, from I mentioned it earlier, the new Maniac has a scene which involves the guy having sex to Goodbye Horses. And Goodbye Horses has of course been made infamous by Buffalo Bob, or maybe it's Buffalo Bill, one of the two, in this movie, where he dances to it while tucking his weenie in between his legs, pretending to be a girl and saying that he would fuck him. Very fun stuff. So, that's, classic. Glad to have it in my collection now. I can watch it again. And then my last one here is Dream Home. This is an Asian horror film that I've never heard of before, but it was cheap. It is an IFC film. I always usually trust those guys. I like to trust the IFC people. They've given me amazing films in the past. And like I said, it just looked interesting. I looked it up. It's got some good ratings. Hopefully it will be amazing. If not, I'll let you guys know too. So that's basically what I plan on doing with these videos. This is my nice little computer area. This is where all the magic happens. Well, at least where part of the magic happens. And I hope to be able to make more of these videos in the future, and I hope you guys like them. If you do, comment below, let me know, and maybe I'll keep them up. But thanks for listening, guys, and watching, and I hope you have a good time. See you next time. Bye.